Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. This is video number 3 on calculating Zakat. And we're using Zakat calculators.net because it's comprehensive and it's approved by Dr. Man al-Qudat, well known in Islamic finance in the US. So we're going to talk now about investment Zakat. And, investment can be divided into investment in taxable accounts, like individual account, joint account, and investment in retirement accounts like IRA, 401k, and or pension and so forth. So the difference is that the retirement account, if you take it out and you're below 59 and a half, you pay 10% penalty. And when you take it out at any age, you're going to pay tax on it. So it's not taxable yet. All right. So you can read the details here or go to the website zakatcalculators.net to read the details. But that's why we need to make the distinction. Also, there are several types of accounts. People can invest in cash or cash equivalents, stocks, bonds or sukuk, options, and if you have a passive share or partnership in a business. We're going to explain them. So usually people, especially Muslims, don't leave a lot of cash in their retirement account or any investment account. But, most funds have about 1% because they're always buying, selling, redeeming, and stuff like that. So that's inevitable. So you look in your account, if you have, maybe like $1,000 cash. All right. And then you look at stocks next, whether individual stocks or mutual funds, stocks or ETF stocks. Okay, and the reason we're separating stocks by themselves because stocks are shares in companies, and those are businesses. So their stock value is not all zakatable. There's fixed asset there, and there's working capital. So let's say, I'm investing, and most Muslims have most of their money in stocks because, they try to avoid the bonds and stuff like that. So let's say $30,000 in stocks or stock mutual fund or ETF. All right. And then, instead of going on and calculating the fixed assets in every stock, that's almost very difficult and impossible. You can use 15%. And that number varies. Some people estimated more than that. That's conservative kind of number based on what Sheikh Man al-Qudat has approved. Now, you invest in bonds. I hope you don't because it's haram. But if you do, the principal should be listed here. And you invest in sukuk, that's different. But let's say somebody has $10,000 in sukuk. Okay. Now, if you invest in options, that's also haram. You list the principal, let's say $1,000, but anything that you obtain, from that, whether interest or other things other than the principal, you dispose of in charity. Okay, and it doesn't count towards the zakat. And finally, we go to the retirement portion. We mentioned above that the retirement account is subject to penalty and tax, right? So let's say over there on the above sections we mentioned, we are invested 30,000 in stocks, 10,000 in bonds, and 1,000 in options at 31,000. How much of that is retirement account? Let's say $20,000 is retirement account. All right. So the value of accounts that are subject to early withdrawal penalty. And how much is the penalty? In the US, it's 10%. All right. But I made it flexible here because, you could be in a different country where there's no penalty or a higher penalty. What is the value of the account that are subject to income tax? As we mentioned, the retirement account is not taxed yet. So if you take it out now, so there is $20,000 in retirement account, and let's say your tax bracket right now is 30%. All right. Now, finally, if you have a share in a business, you go to that business and you calculate the zakatable assets in that business. And let's say zakatable assets in that business are $10,000 and you have 10% share in that business, then your zakatable assets in that business is $1,000. All right. So basically, this one shows your investment zakat, which is $763. All right. And we have personal zakat on the top. So you're getting the total in Hijri calendar and regular calendar. Jazakumullah khair for listening. And I hope to also see you in next video, which is business zakat. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.